And I didn't do video last week. I didn't do my weekly recap because I didn't take any trade last week. But we'll look through last week, because last week we had some weeks from some days in September coming to into the first week of October. We had NFP, and this month has kind of been very funny because of NSP have just been moved. Even this week they are currently at now that we just wrapped up. NFP got moved again to the coming week, so we are not certain of what's going to be happening. But I'm just very low key on the market. I was wondering what happened on the first trading week in a way. I wasn't really looking to trade. I was skeptical because of the government shutdown. So even though I don't really know the full picture of why is that happening and all, I just understand that it affects some sense on how the market will deliver and all. So, but we just got that everything keep on clicking as it will always click. Right. So just looking at my trade science, that you could see for me the first week of October I didn't trade at all. CDs, it was interesting. But though I missed a setup that happened on Thursday, I think on Friday kind of. But I didn't take it that hard because I wasn't really looking to like put risk on the table as well. So it's bygone and it's what it is. But we'll look through the chart and we'll see what happened. But for the most part, I'm grateful that this will be like a profitable week for me. Like where I had winning trades. Like for the whole week I just won trades and I'm grateful for it. Two trades and I'm grateful for it. I understand your idea of trade frequency and your you always know whether it affects how you can have a good win rate and all. So right about now, we consider this week with my win rate is like 100. So glory to God. We keep building and keep improving ourselves. So, but we'll go through the charts now and just give you a feel of how I saw the market. Like yeah, as it did for me. So I'm grateful as well. You could say that I'm trading this thing from a MacBook. I got a laptop. All glory to God. Like a lot of things that's just happened like in a couple of weeks, which I'm 100% giving all glory to God, 100% giving all glory to God. So let's try to the content, the weekly replay and all. So and expect a video from me this coming week, like a video of myself, like talking like to my future self and all. So yeah, that's coming up very soon. I'm working on it. So yeah, let's do this soon record. So first off, let's just go through the chat. I would use EUUSD to go through the charts here. So like I think Tuesday, Monday was still last month. Tuesday I didn't took any trade, but I think on Wednesday there was an opportunity because looking to sell, right? But the opportunity didn't really play as it would be. So the opportunities followed through to Thursday and Thursday and Friday. But let's just go through what we saw. So you could see market flip bearish. The idea to sell. So but I didn't get the opportunities as I would want, right, for some reasons. So but it's what it is at the end of the day. So I just fast forward. I didn't look at anything here. The thing I was more interested was I was interested for the buy. Like thank God this Friday kind of set up. So but this how Jack printed and we kind of started dropping. During New York session we had some pullbacks and all. So right, this was I mean I can't even remember the whole first week, but like they were set up like clearly there was some setup, but it wasn't really high probability in a way. So but we could see from the daily candle right here, we see that we had um Monday and Friday they printed and starting a new week. I'll be honest, I can't really remember. Let's just move fast forward to what happened for me this week. That was really important. This week I took two trades. The first trade I took on the 7th of October. That was what trade it was on. I think it was on US. It was on Euro. It was on Euro USD. So I logged into 0.55. But I would just say throughout generally. I would adjust this. The trade went as far as going to even more than 5. The trade was a quick one. I would be honest. So it was the technique behind it and all. I was looking to pair the orders from this FVT to this low right here. And the trade did well. It did well. Like I got out here, but the trade even went small. But we look at it, execution, everything was all on my device. Just waiting for it. All on my device. I slept and woke up to the trade that it had gotten to TP. So what a blessing! Like he didn't get to my full TP. I said my TP was more than 2 hours. So I closed down 2.5 hours. Yeah, that's cool. But even one night session, it dropped more. So that was the first trade, and it kind of gave me a confidence boost because I mean that was, I mean like that's like what's it called, the the first trade in the year, in the month. Sorry, so about right. So let's go through the trade now. So this was on the 7th Tuesday, right? So I'll go to 4 hours. and just present to you what I was seeing. Right, exactly as this, exactly as this. So before we got into New York session, I traded late in the New York session, like kind of about to get into the PM. I think we're already in the PM, right? So, but it was still part of my. I have 1 hour in the PM session to trade. That would be like 6 o'clock before 6 o'clock in Nigeria time, but that's 1 p.m. New York time. So let's just fast forward one more candle, right? We had this candle printing, and yes, this candle I printing. So let's go to 15 minutes. Right, so when this candle printed, then just looking for price to go into taking the opposing liquidity, then we look to set the control. So we saw this, right? So usually, right, this was it. So it's up close candle after it swept this eye here, forming um swept this eye, right? Then closing bullish, but we had this considerable down close candle, leaving this average. So my entry was around here. Immediately I entered around there, so this was my entry was triggered, and the rest was history. All glory to God. Markets tanked and even tanked even more. Thanks. As for the market open around 6 because my the candle I bagged was 6 p.m. candle. Right, that was a new candle opening. That was 1 p.m. New York time. I know. So yeah, going off first, I was like, yeah, I had my stop loss all placed well. I wasn't panicking, but I just thank God that whenever I slept, I was like somewhere around there. I just slept and woke up around um almost before 5 p.m. in New York time. I was supposed to close the trade before the market closed, so I closed the trade and the trade just kept tanking, and that was how the trade played out on this. So that was the trade I took on this guy. So the following day I also wanted to take a trade on this guy. What's it called on Chi, but I missed my entry slightly. That was on Thursday. I don't think I traded on Wednesday. There was not really any colors to talk. So on Thursday was where I wanted to take a trade again, but it didn't really present, like it didn't really come to my entry. There was a 15, there was a 5 minute entry, but I don't really use that. I just use that as confidence. But I would like to take my entry most of in 15 minutes. Right, so something like this. Market just I was looking to um, I was looking to sell actually. But let's just fast forward. I will see the opportunity and remember. I was looking to sell. So we had New York session. Yeah, something like this exactly. So I was looking to sell. Bank market created this FVG right here. That was the idea for me to sell. But I kind of was contemplating if I should use the 15 minute zone to enter. Because I mean 5 minutes zone, 5 minutes was a clear FVG and market left and they tagged into it and dropped. But on 15 minutes there was no returns. Market just dropped and then they went to the overall draw that I was looking at, and that was the slow. So then he just said the stage for me that it's low. He said the stage for me that okay fine on Friday I will definitely want to look to buy. And while we are at that, Juji has just been pumping. So EJ kind of arrived to a monthly figure as a monthly FG and all. So I was interested to do stuff with UJ. And I mean it was kind of interesting looking at UJ. So market got in this is like a monthly FG zone. I don't want to go there, but you could check your chart as well. And also let me just fast forward a little bit before. Okay, yeah. So I was seeing this candle printing, right? Then I saw this candle close above this upwards candle on 4 hours for higher time frame key level for me, and I was the entry will not be based on stop points. That's what I was trying to. PS I was going from the external to the internal because we had a lot of internal liquidity as breakaway gaps and FG and all that. So that was the idea. So let's just go through the execution. It was on Friday. I did this on my system. My system was on, so it was a good setup. The setup did more than over 8 hours. Over 8 hours, but I closed around two, let's say 2 hours. Let's just put that 2 hours because I would like to always take above 2 hours in a trade because of charges. But I put it at 2 hours. The execution was clean. I'm not gonna even lie. I'm grateful for it. Even though the trade kind of was kind of interesting to see, but it's kind of stressful at the same time. But Joe was good. This was it, and this was how the trade dropped. And in terms of execution, this was it. I got sniper entry at first. I was excited that this is a sniper entry. Price now came back and still went into Jordan a little bit before finally doing its drop. And it was a massive drop. Just a massive drop within few minutes after like waiting for hours. Like, so it's crazy how trading can be. One of the things I learned was come and collect like followed process. I was just doing myself since to count down. Even while I was at this, there was a trade that actually played out on EU2, the buys, but I didn't take it as a trade I would want to join now. So because I know one of the things in my setup is that I should take trades that I would join now and just keep them guiding, knowing that I can take multiple sets, but multiple trades, but I am allocating one risk each day, so I'll just maximize on one risk on the day. But on my multiple accounts, on other accounts I trade, I traded those ones. I won't talk about them here, but just know there was a buy that happened. I will show you on the chart, but I didn't journal it on this journal, but it's on a different kind of record. So the trade, this was the outcome of the trade. So this was when I took screenshots and set the trade. Sniper entry before, but I came back to the entries level. Then market was dropped TP, and that was a beautiful setup. So market still went back to this kind of this the TP level and still drop even more. So, but I can't even complain. I'm just grateful for how I'm going as a trader. So let's just go through how the trade happened. Right, so I'm 15 minutes and right now. I was already seeing this low as a potential draw in liquidity. I was seeing the low. I was clearly seeing the low. The low was just hanging and price took out previous days. That there's a reason for price to come down and no. So just waiting for. I think price was just waiting for the initiation. That was the news. Customer sentiment, even because my sentiment come out as bullish for the US dollar. I think it was more of manipulation and price still dropped. Crazily dropped. So let's just fast forward. So right, that was kind of fast, but it's on fire was fast. And so like this is I saw when I saw this kind of close up below here, even if it was my entry from price. That my entry I started before price now drop. That gets noticed that my take was around here. So I was thinking that just dropped and then was staggering, but I still went. And so, but overall, I was able to manage this trade and just win. And I don't mind. Like I'm not really concerned about the whole drop of ether. Maybe I was able to like not be greedy and not be fearful in terms of okay, I'll try going but only break even. I was able to manage everything correctly and did well. So all glory to God. So this about the trade that picked up in Euro USD, right? This similar idea that was on every that price left. That price took out London, everything. Like he just collect Chris big trade and the trade wow is was going to gain up on Euro USD because we had this breakaway gap, right? Yeah, that's a cool draw liquidity and price has to like go and target them. So overall, I just think the market is really it's really about patience, calmness, and executing with confidence. You don't need to rush. Just stay calm, collected, and at all time, and just trust Yahweh with the outcome. So at this point, I don't know. I'll just keep track of my journey and just keep building and keep building. You guys will see the story in the end. I don't start posting results every day, but time will come. I'll start putting this out. I'm just documenting my weekly recap. So lesson learned most people is, bro, you don't have to take trade every day. You don't have to take a trade that does not really align to even though your bias should be right, you can still forfeit entry because of it not meeting precisely on how you want to enter. I have records of this trade in the sense that like personally when I'm on the trade live, what I would say before and I would like you to check the boss I know because that's where my reward comes. My reward doesn't really come from the trade being a winner or a loser. My reward comes from the trade, me following my plan and all. So I'm grateful for that because I remember when I was like on this, I was like analyzing the trade and saying that I want to see price respect this FVG. This let me this FVG right here and follow through and give me more content and also price was just according to that and I was building to this up. So I guess with the trade even being a winner was not what's giving me the confidence or was not it's not what's like making me feel like this is the process, the fact that I followed the process and I stick to the process and winning came as a byproduct. Good. If it was a loss, still good. So let's keep it and see how next week could be. So just to run you guys through the chat about next week. So let's just go through my first factory. So around next week, we still have this government thing still going on right now, but I'll just skip my chat to next week. Let's see what we have for next week. But that's the name we use. Just so for next week, we won't have bank of the days on Tuesday as well. But that was on CS and I don't really trade CN wide trade currencies since China stuff. So next week we have on Mondays, like Mondays, I don't know. GPY, the bank of the day, so I'm not even looking at any Monday. Tuesday can be tricky because we have this guy speaking, but we'll see Wednesday. We'll see. So I think they have scrapped non-farm period for this month. I think it will be till let me see. I think non-farm period has been scrapped till next month. Looking like we don't have daylight saving, bro. This thing's gonna happen again. By normal New York open that will be 1 p.m. one at the 2 p.m. It's amazing. And like it's just bringing me back memory lanes and no, but let's just go back to where we are. So we're looking at what we would have next week. Next week, it's looking like an interesting one. Okay, and all this news, yeah, I know you're confirmed. They are still being decided, might be cancelled or postponed or not. But non-farm thing was longer. It's not showing again. Like, let me just confirm my other chart. I used two charts. So once I think it's the same thing. Okay, yes. Okay, no farm was not confirmed. But it's gonna be an interesting one. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just about you following your rules and doing well as a trader. And like I would say, bro, I'm rooting for my fan. I'm rooting for you. Remember, always your work is just to trust your with the outcome and focus on the process. So that's that for me in today's video. Is like combination of for last week and today, and so far so good. We are up this month, and all glory to God, and just keep doing. Let's see how the month comes out. Even though last month for me was a losing month in terms of my record, I know, but I took some few lessons and all. Just I'm reducing on, I'm working on reducing my trade frequency and something. I'm not going to take only hyper aggressive trade for the most part. I just manage. Maybe I'll start even scaling, increasing my what's it called, just to reward. But for the most part, I would always bag over to in my trade, if not so but nothing less at the same time. So that's that. We give God the glory. So yeah, just in love. I'm waiting for my fan. I'm waiting for you. So if you find this video interesting or you want any, you have any recommendation from me on what to do to improve or videos to put out there on how I trade on this that, just let me know if you said anything. For the most part, thank you for watching. Subscribe and stay blessed.